Hi, thanks for tuning in. Don't normally make tech videos, but there's a little problem I had and couldn't find a solution for it anywhere else, so I managed to work my way around it myself. So it may not be the best way, but this is how I found it works well. So thought I would share, see if it helps anyone out. Thank you. So Photoshop's open, background layer. I'm gonna right select on the text tool, add a text layer here. Text defaults to select. I'm gonna hit Alt and G for the copyright logo and put some text in here. So I'll just make that a tiny bit smaller. That's it. The important thing to do here is, once you've that selected, Command and J on the Mac here to make a copy. I always like to work on a copy just so it's something to come back to. I select that and hit the little FX tab here at the bottom. And always tempted for outer glow, but I always found better results on drop shadow. And on drop shadow, you can see we're really getting a good result here from when I've done it before. Color here, I always like this. Can't get away with a plain grey, but you find where if you run into some dark colors on the main image, it doesn't show too well if you go straight to black. So always, ideally, I like grey, and then you can add a little bit of color just to cover all the bases. So you can, let's try there. Like I say, you might not get it perfect first time, but it's the sort of thing, once you've layer created, you can tweak it and add adjustments later on. Color opacity is full at the moment. Angle doesn't apply because you can see here I have the distance fully down. Ideally, use your drop shadow, you would have, drop shadow have an angle with there, and then distance control, you can see in the background here. Distance controls where it sits away from the image, so keep that 0, and that'll keep the shadow directly behind the image. And size then controls the size of it, and spread controls how far out the spread of it is. So usually find a happy medium lower on the size than anything else. And that's it. Get it to where you want it. You don't want to go overboard. We do delete away the text here in a moment, so you want it to be maybe a little bit bigger than what you might initially think. So hit OK on that. And then all we do from there is we right click on the layer and rasterize layer style, and it will compress it all down onto a straight image. What I do from there is we can turn back on the original layer. We'll swap visibility over there. I use this selection tool to select the background. We have a couple of spaces, so I'm just going to select them as well. Anywhere where the select doesn't get. So select the background, not the text, just because it's a couple of clicks rather than clicking every letter. And then select and invert or inverse. So I've used the original image to do that, just so it doesn't mess around with the shadow on this one. So while that's selected, I'll come back to this original layer and zoom in. You can see it made a good selection, but it's never quite perfect. So select and modify and expand. I'm just going to expand this by 1 pixel. You can see it just eats outside it. And all from there I'm going to simply do is press the function and backspace key. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong layer. Press the function and backspace key, and that deletes away the original text. And Command D to remove the marching ants. And as you can now see, whenever I turn off the background, it has removed everything. There's nothing there. On that layer is simply the watermark. And see, it's a little bit heavy here. You can tweak that if you wish, or you turn down the size of stuff. It might take a little playing, depending on what the words are and things. You can't change it, you can't adjust the text. A lot of watermarks I've done in the past, I've made this copyright logo on a separate line and ramped the size way up, just to make sure it's covering everything well. So from there you can simply drag and drop that layer into your libraries. My libraries here, everyone's Photoshop tends to look different. You can just simply drag that and drop it up into your libraries and it'll store it there for you. So any projects you have in the future you can drag across. It's really as simple as that. You can delete off the existing layers if you so wish. Just unlock that background layer, delete and delete, and that leaves just this layer. And so you can save it as a PSD, which is Photoshop's own document, and that will allow you to drop it onto any image. If I have a sample image here, if I copy this, there's my little puppy. A photo taken on a camera phone about 10 years ago, so hence it's not too sharp. But if I paste on here, you can see the watermarks there. I've just pressed V there to give me the move tool. I can bring that down there. Command and T just to bring it down to the size I want. And you can see it's done that. And you can, of course, hopefully you know Photoshop by now, you can grab the opacity there and just bring that down a wee bit. Just bring it there wherever you need it to do whatever you want. Hope that helps. Just do another one here. I've got a symbol saved. It was actually a keystroke off a keyboard, one of those little characters that you never use. But just to show you, it can work also for symbols. So as long as you can select it, you can make a shadow watermark of it. So I'm going to take that and make sure that they're selected. Command J to make a copy. And so again, the FX panel at the bottom, drop shadow. This time we'll change the color a bit just to show you the different effects you can get. Go a little bit pink. Right, okay. Saved all the settings from last time, but we'll tweak it a little bit. Size a bit small on this one, so let's take the size up a little bit. That doesn't look too bad. Don't go too mad, but that should be good there. Okay. Again, rasterize layer style. Come to the original. We'll turn off the top one just to make it simpler. Just whatever way you want to select. This one would probably actually work fine just selecting the item itself, so there's no need to reverse the selection this time. Select, modify, expand by 1 pixel just to make sure we get everything we need. So I'm going to come back up the layer we're working on, and if I hit function delete to delete the background, or to delete the letter, sorry, Command D to deselect, turn off the background, and you can see we've got that logo. This logo means nothing to me, probably nothing to you neither, but it is just a proof that you can do it on, if you have an existing logo for your company or your business you want to use on images, you can simply do it like that the same. Again, you can drag and drop that layer straight into your library for use later, and it'll always be there. Delete off the other layers if you wish, and then save it as a .psd, which can be just as simple as file and save as. I'll copy that and I'll paste it onto my puppy here as well, and you can see it's there. Okay, give me the move tool, put it where we want it, Command and T, transform tool, scale it down a little bit. Move it to where we want it, completely impractical being here. Let's turn the opacity down and give you a little watermark there again to make sure no one steals your puppy images. Okay folks, thanks for watching, take care.